Everyone, what's going on? This is Gabe from OAGenius, and today we're going to be covering the different types of ways that you can list an item on Amazon. So hopefully, by the end of this presentation, you will know how to create kits, bundles, and variation listings for your Amazon dropship store. Now, once you understand how to create such listings, you'll be able to stand out from your competition greatly. Now, get your pens and papers out because it's time to dive in. So a quick note. The source site simply means the website where you find product opportunities. So for example, Walmart, Home Depot, Bed Bath & Beyond. So those are examples of source sites. And then the source URL. The source URL just means the product page URL on the source site. So in all cases, source simply means the place, aka the website, where you are finding these products to list on Amazon. Okay, so why learn the different ways to list an item? Well, as a dropshipper, listing products is your number one job when you first start selling on Amazon. And if you know all the different listing strategies, you can stand out on Amazon's marketplace and really differentiate yourself from your competition and become a more creative seller as a whole. So just to give you a brief overview of the different types of listings that you can create, and we'll be going to this in a lot more detail as the presentation moves forward, but just to give you, kind of like a summary. The different types of bundles that you can create are the simple bundle, the advanced bundle, and the complex bundle. And the simple bundle is a one-to-one basis. Advanced bundles are bundles on Amazon, but not bundles on the source site. And then complex bundles are bundles in both sites, but not on a one-to-one basis. And again, we'll be going in way more detail on all these types of bundles, throughout the rest of this video. But I wanted to give you a quick overview. Moving forward, the variations, so there's different types of variations. There's color variations, there's size variations, quantity variations, and measurement variations. So that's just something to be aware of as we are demonstrating the different types of listings you can create. And the last thing is going to be kits. So kits are multiple products associated with one ASIN on Amazon and different source items that the kit is made up of. So these items can either be found on the same source or from multiple different sources, right? So, a few additional notes about kits. If you want to create a kit that does not yet exist on Amazon, meaning there is no ASIN that matches the exact kit you would like to create, you must first create that listing inside Amazon Seller Central. And once that unique ASIN is generated, all you need to really do is add the necessary information to your inventory and order management platform so you can monitor the source price and availability of all the items within that kit. So this can be done only if you are using a software that supports such activities. So if you're not, that's okay. So with that all being said, I'm just going to hand you right over to Jordan Schanzer, the CEO and founder of OAGenius, the real OAG, who is going to demonstrate all the different types of listing strategies that you can create on Amazon's marketplace.
Hello guys, and welcome to the wonderful world of online arbitrage. Online arbitrage is really awesome because you get to sell other people's items. You don't have to hold inventory, and you can make lots of money by doing so. So the simple concept is that you find a listing in one source, you list those products to Amazon. After those items are listed on Amazon and you create a sale, you go ahead and you purchase the item from the source site and you drop ship it directly to your client. This is an extremely effective way of selling. Again, requires very little output in terms of dollars spent. And if you're using credit cards, then you can replenish and pay down your credit card every 2 weeks when Amazon pays you out and restart the process. So let me just show you exactly how you would list different types of listings within the software that we've built, OAGenius. I'm going to start off with just a simple listing, just very, very simple. Let's go to Amazon and we find a Contigo spill-proof kids Triton straw tumbler. Okay, great. So I've done a little bit of work before this, but effectively you could just copy and paste this into Google and hopefully you can find it on one of our source sites, which I already did for you. So I already found it on Blaine's Farm and Fleet. And price is $8.49 here, selling for $6.11 here, right? So that might not seem very good, right? Obviously, you would lose money on that sale. But when this seller runs out of stock, happens to be Amazon in this case, but they can also run out of stock. And when they run out of stock, you'll be able to see that the next seller is selling for $19.54. And so then you could be competitive. So even though you might not be able to be competitive on the first, as the first listing, as long as you're in the top 3, that tends to be pretty good. So let me take you back to the lister and show you how you get this item listed up here. First thing you're going to need is the ASIN. You could drop the ASIN right into the ASIN slot. SKU doesn't matter much. The system's going to record who listed the SKU anyway in the user management, and then give you some reporting based on who's performing the best as a result of like the sales created by the listings that they've created. So in this case, we could just do like JS and then the date like 7/6. Okay, initial price to list on Amazon. So again, we want to be profitable. We want to be 49. When I add it to the cart, you'll see that it is in fact 849. I think I have 2 in the cart now. So I'll just drop one of those back. Let's drop it back to 1. When we drop it back to 1, you'll see that the total cost is $15.77. Use 90210. That's like a pretty far and expensive place to ship, especially for the supplier. So it gives you a good indication of what like the shipping costs and the total cost would be. So you're at $15.77 on this item. What you're going to do now is you're going to set an initial price to list on Amazon. And now, remember, we said that we want to be higher than the $15.77, but competitive with the rest of the sellers. So $19.45. Let's see if like 20.00. Yeah, that'll do it, right? As long as we list high, you can arbitrarily list at like $25. That'll give you like, this is like a sample Amazon fee, approximately 15%, because it is on most categories. And then it'll give you 21.25 net before cost, which of course will give you approximately $4.5 profit on this sale. Now, don't forget that your total cost will be calculated within OAGenius and then programmatically sent over to our partners at inform.co so they could calculate your minimum selling price and your maximum selling price and always compete with your competitors on each individual listing so that you're positioned properly for the buy box. So $25 is a good start price. Again, inform.co is going to reprice you from there on out. So you will be competitive if you have the opportunity to in between your thresholds. Initial quantity to list on Amazon is 1. That's fine. In your settings page, you'll have the opportunity to list a default quantity. In this account, for example, it's 5. So after you list it as 1, after the first time that it scrapes the products on the source site and lists it to Amazon, it'll replenish it with 5. Now, the source URL for this item can be found here. Again, this is the product link from the source site. And we got bundle quantity. So bundle quantity, we'll talk about it further in like some of the other listings that we're going to list, but bundle quantity 1 here, and this is a 1 pack here. So this is going to be a bundle quantity of 1. Shipping cost, we said before, was going to be $7.28. So we'll drop that in here. Good estimation. Handling time for Blaine's can be, we could start with 4. As a new seller, you're going to want to definitely pad out your handling time so that you're compliant with the handling days within Amazon. And as you get to be more proficient and more seasoned with it, you could go ahead and tighten up those timelines. So this might end up being 3 or something like that. And we could go ahead and create this new listing. And the second you create it, it'll just appear down below over here. And it'll give you basically all the information about it, give you the images associated with it. So at a glance, you could see it's working properly. And then SKU that you listed with, the source URL, handling time. This was the source price that we pulled. The taxes that you set here in your settings page. It's an average tax setting. The shipping cost that you've set above here. And then we calculate a total cost. This total cost, again, gets automatically sent to inform.co, and inform.co will be able to then automatically set your minimum maximum thresholds based off of what you've set in their system. Everything else from there will happen automatically. Again, we try to keep everything as automated as possible so that you're staying competitive to the buy box, but you have to do the minimal amount of work. Okay, so now we've listed a bundle quantity of 1. That was a very simple listing, one-to-one basis, and we've listed it to both OAGenius and to Amazon simultaneously through our handy lister tool.